A woman had lovingly raised her pet snake for 5 years. Over time, they developed a strong bond, but one night while she was fast asleep, the snake quietly climbed onto her bed and stretched out beside her, matching the full length of her body. The sight sent chills down her spine. Her pet snake had a huge appetite and could swallow an entire chicken in one meal, but for the past few days it had suddenly stopped eating, and its strange behavior of lying beside her didn't seem normal at all. She immediately woke up her husband, but he brushed it off and said, "Don't make such a big deal out of nothing." Even so, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The next day, she visited a biology professor. What he told her left her completely stunned. "The snake was measuring your length," he said. "When a snake does that, it means it has started seeing a person as potential prey." Her husband still insisted, "Our snake is very calm. It would never hurt anyone." Trying to believe him, the woman forced herself to relax, but that very night she suddenly woke up. Her husband was nowhere to be found. The house was silent, and the only living thing with her was the massive snake. At that moment, she remembered something from a few days earlier. Her husband had taken out a large accident insurance policy in her name. A terrifying suspicion filled her mind. She became convinced that everything had been planned from the beginning. Now she had only one goal: survive. She remembered hearing that snakes don't react the same way to still objects, but can quickly detect movement and body heat. So she slowly and quietly got out of bed, making her way toward the door without a sound. But the moment she feared most finally happened. The faint sound of the door alerted the snake. When she looked back, it had raised its head and was poised to strike. Her heart pounded, but she didn't scream or panic. Staying calm became the first thing that saved her life. In the next instant, she sprinted toward the exit, but when she reached the front door, she froze. Her husband had locked it from the outside. No matter how hard she tried, the door wouldn't open, and the snake kept getting closer. Then it lunged at her again. Without hesitating, she drove a hairpin straight toward one of its eyes. At the same time, she spotted an iron rod nearby. She grabbed it and slammed it against the door with all her strength. Finally, the door broke open and she escaped just moments before the snake could attack again. As she ran out of the house, she glanced at a photo of herself and her husband. Her anger exploded. She was now certain that he had planned to murder her from the very beginning. She rushed to the biology professor's laboratory and told him everything about her husband's plot. Together, they decided it was time to turn the trap against him. After working all night, they created a special pheromone. According to their plan, once the snake was exposed to it, a whistle would cause it to attack its own owner instead. The woman knew that as soon as her husband discovered she was still alive, he would come after her with the snake, and that's exactly what happened. About 30 minutes later, her husband arrived with the pet snake. This time, he didn't even pretend. He released the snake and blew a whistle, ordering it to attack her. But at that exact moment, the woman pulled out the special pheromone from her pocket and sprayed it directly into the snake's mouth. In that instant, the most terrifying nightmare of her husband's life had just begun.